hop on. I wanted to go through Everyone Is You Pushed Out, which comes from Neville Goddard, in a bit more detail, because there seems to be two things happening. One, people use it to themselves with a stick, as in, oh, well, that's in front of me, so I'm to blame, it's my fault. And the second thing that seems to be happening is people saying, oh, I pushed him out or I pushed her out. No, they are you pushed out, meaning that whatever you've got going on within you, what you're thinking, what you're feeling, what you're believing about the situation in front of you, that is to be looked at, come back to you and say, okay, what beliefs do I hold? What thoughts do I hold about this person, about my bank account, about, it could be about your boss, it could be about your neighbors, it could be about family, it could be about your romantic relationship, and the big one, it could be about yourself, okay? So, Everyone Is Us Pushed Out is for us to go, okay, well, if that's in front of me, what have I got going on with me that I can dissolve, let go of, change? And once you get good at that, then it is very good information to start changing things. Okay? Now, let me have a look at, hello, Donna from Texas. Dickie, you have asked, how do I get someone I pushed out? Well, you've got to look at what am I feeling and believing about them, and then have a look at that. And you've used the word get, okay? That energy is completely not the energy you want. You want to be in a state of love and you want to radiate it out, you see. Getting does not get you anything. It's being relaxed, it's letting go, it's being happy in your own skin, and it's radiating love to someone, okay? Hi, Manel. Nice to see you. Hi, Victoria. Hi, Marcy. Everybody's there. Wow. Okay, so I'm going to look at SS. I found the most perfect partner for me. It's been very, hang on, I've got to find your comment. It's disappeared. It's been very healthy relationship. However, suddenly out of the blue, he said he got scared and was no longer ready to commit and didn't see us in the future. Okay, so ask yourself, what happened within me just before that happened on the outside? Everyone is us pushed out. So what did I have going on within me? Was there a fear of loss? Was this is to be true? What did you have going on within you? The answer there, okay? That's where you start. Okay, I've been able to manifest several things, just not contact with my specific person. And there's been no contact for a year. I've been trying to manifest contact for the past 1 year, but success. But the thing is, what have you been trying to do? Because there are a lot of things you can do that don't work, and there are a lot of things you can do that does work, but you got to work out, what am I doing? What am I doing it from getting, trying to take, trying to extract from a place of an inadequacy, feeling not good enough? Or am I in a relaxed state of love? Am I in a state of love? Am I in a state of love? This is it. This is where you need to go, okay? So put your effort into getting into a state of love, because love attracts love, and feeling unloved attracts more unlovedness, okay? That's the most important thing. Hi, Wrong. Yay, you caught it. Thank you, my lovely. I just received your love. It's landed on my sweater. Thank you. So yeah, there is so much you can do to attract what you want, but you've got to look at doing the right things. Forget all this manifest in 3 minutes, manifest in 1 week, all this stuff. It's absolute program of foolishness. Stop buying into watching those videos. They're just waving a bright, shiny object, and it's not real. You got to do the real work. There's no shortcuts to this. You may attract something because you've tried to amend something, but in the end, if you haven't worked on your self-love and self-worth, you never keep it. It's going to be a reoccurring pattern that happens again and again and again, you see. So do the work, do the important work. Okay, now SS, thank you, Agnes. How would I fix it? I felt it was too good to be true. Do I respect what he said, or should I live in the end about us? Well, you respect what he said and you live in the end. But before all that, how in a loving state am I? Secondary to the relationship. That's the first thing you got to ask. How am I on a scale of 1 to 10 in regards to feeling loved, SS? That's the most important thing of all. Okay, this is magnets that repel or magnets that come together. Okay, and when you're in get mode, it just doesn't work. So put your energy into working on feeling loved and free yourself. Okay, free yourself from the suffering. But now, I've been waiting for a response from the local prefecture at where I am for the renewal of my visa since the end of May. I'm worried it'll be a negative response. I've tried living in the end. Manel, worrying is manifesting the exact thing that you don't want. So imagine having received a response that says congratulations, or however you'd receive a response. An email, would it be a phone call? Would it be a post? How would you get that? You know, and you've got to put your effort into that. You're stuck in the problem. I haven't got it. It's been since May. I haven't got it. It's been since May. I haven't got it. It's been since May. The more you do that, you pull up the handbrake on it not happening. Okay. Now, Consuela said, I manifested him initially with your meditation, receive contact several times with your meditations, remove a third party. And where's that comment? Here we go. Remove third party and was successful in attempts, just failing in this repeatedly for a year because your state of self-love isn't good. It's that. You can do all these techniques and they're all great, but if you do not get the base foundation, you can't build a house on sand, okay? You must get where you lay a good foundation. And you lay the good foundation by doing work on your inner self. Because all these techniques are secondary to your state. You can't be in unlovedness and attract love. You can't be in I'm unwanted and attract wanted. You can't feel inadequate, it's too good to be true, and attract someone to be there for you. They are opposing things. Okay? So work on that. Hi, Kika. Manel, my pleasure. Manel, have a look at the Living in the End playlist. Use one of those. Do it again and again. Okay? Moonchild, I've been trying self-love, gratitude, but nothing has changed. Okay, my question to you is how long you've been doing it. I am an introvert and rarely go out. That's okay. Do I change myself along with doing all the inner work? Societal pressure stresses me. No, nothing wrong with being an introvert. Nothing wrong at all. Introverts have a really wonderful capacity to conserve energy and give out there too much. So as you practice your self-love and gratitude, this is a lifestyle. Ask yourself, how long have I been not practicing that? And how long have I been practicing that? Because things don't change usually in a very short period of time. This takes time to grow roots, okay? So no, you don't have to change societal pressures. You don't have to take on societal pressures. Who cares what people think? You do what you want. And if you like being an introvert and you like staying home, I mean, I do that a lot too. I love being at home. I love being where I can regulate the temperature, the noise, the people, all of that, especially in December. Oh my goodness, with people shopping for Christmas. It's just so nice to be home and away from that. Okay, Natalia. Hola. Any tips on how to visualize when it's hard for one to visualize and feel? Yes, don't visualize. Go into the silent meditation, more auditory. So you hear someone's voice saying something. Some people just can't visualize. I mean, you're doing it wrong. It's just some people aren't visual people. I think some people are extremely good with the hearing or feeling. Okay, in that way, that's easier sometimes. Okay. Monica. My backache is good. It's gone. I was just supporting too many people for too long and it took a toll. So I need a cup, literally. Back up and look after myself, love. Sometimes I have a tendency to overdo a little bit. So not so much these days, but yeah, I did when my back finished for about 2 weeks. TLV, how can I handle a mistreatment at work when trying to manifest and good results in a project? I felt really bad by my manager, who also did fail her part. Okay, I would have a look at, there's a really good YouTube in Neville's voice, and it's called Mental Diets. It's either 15 minutes long or 40 minutes. Okay, watch the Mental Diet one. It has a thumbnail of Neville's face, and there's the second one, because there's one's 19 and one's 40 something. The other one's called Rearranged. Look at both of those. Okay. Carol, my granny always says an empty sack won't stand. Yep. Oh, great. Love that. Love, love, love yourself. Yeah. Consuela, what's the longest time you've taken to manifest something, ma'am? May I ask? By this, how many years or months did your longest trial take? About 10 years for something big. So yeah, but I'm pretty consistent and persistent. So really that bothered how long things take, because I'm enjoying the days because I have a really good life. And that wasn't always the case, but Carol, people outside in December. Oh my goodness. I went out today and I just went to drop off some muffins to someone because I thought I need to get away from my desk for a bit, and I had to scurry back home. I lasted about an hour and I come back. Sounds like you're the same, Carol. W. George, hello. Nice to be with you too. Celsia, maintain good mental diet, and my SP show the say I want after a few days. Then he doesn't want this relationship. I got triggered and I maintained to persist. I didn't know what I'm doing wrong. It's not just the mental diet, energy of you. Are you feeling anxious? Are you feeling worried? Are you feeling inadequate? Are you feeling insecure? Are you feeling fear of abandonment, fear of loss? None of those things brings a relationship. Okay? And when you're in that, it's up to you to really work on releasing it. The inner child meditations I have just recorded before I hopped on the live. I've just recorded a brand new spotlight meditation, more advanced than the other two. So if you're having issues with someone and in your adult life, this will be a great one to process and let go of stuff. Okay? Because it's so easy to what someone is giving or not giving and stay stuck there. Okay? If he doesn't want this relationship, you step back, you leave him to it, you humbly work holding the state of love for yourself. TLV, thank you so much, Agnes. My pleasure, darling. Happy holidays to you too. Bushy, hello. Hello. I'm just going back and seeing if I missed any comments. I think I've covered them all today so far. Manel, stop saying without, I can't. Stop. I love having a visa so I can work. You got to stop watering the I can't, anxiety, worry, problem plant. You cannot keep doing that. Okay? And get the result you want. Tommy, hello. Hello. Tommy, I've got a question. Go ahead. Naga, hello. Nice to see you in India. Hello. Everybody's up today. Tommy, pop your question up and then I can send you an email if I can't write everything here. No, darling, I get way too many emails and I'm not doing any more replying to email help, cutting into my personal time, and that's what injured my back, is giving out too much. So everything we do is on here or during the live courses that are free. I'm happy to help, but I've got better boundaries at the moment. Reserve myself. Yeah, do it here, Tommy. Stoddard. Hi, Agnes. Are tears good for the healing process? Yes, absolutely. I don't want to cry because it's a negative emotion, and I don't want to have negative emotion because it's not good for my manifestation. We are a suitcase, a body suitcase, and we need to let the emotions out. We need to release. Because stuff weighs us down, we go down the emotional scale. If you want to know what the emotional scale is, go to Google Images and put Abraham Hicks emotional scale, and it will show you all the way from depression and what the bottom ones are. Suffering, depression, pain, grief. They're down the bottom. All the way up the top is appreciation, love, and gratitude, and feeling good, happy. So what you're doing is when you release your emotion, you are freeing yourself because you feel so much better and you feel so much more surrendered when you go. So, if you need to cry once a week, that's fine. If you need to scream into a pillow because you feel really angry, I think it's just do what you got to do. I mean, I've got one thing that makes me really angry. It's being cold. And right now I'm in London and it's been 5 to 7 degrees. So that makes me angry. And I have to manage that. We've got to manage how we are. So really, really important to look at who you are, what triggers you, and then do something about the triggers. Instead of saying FS. I'm not going to say that because I don't, not in my business. Now, Manel, I know I'm not persistent, but yes, is 4 to 5 days a week are good. And what should I do when the thought of negative response washes over me? What should I do? 4 to 5 days is good. And hope you got to jump out of the track of worry and complaining to yourself. Ganga, and yes, you told. I don't know what I told. Daniela, I believe I have a breakthrough with Ho'oponopono over my childhood. Bullies used to racially bully me, and I held such anger and resentment towards him, and now I wish him well. Send love. Wow. Isn't Ho'oponopono to forgive? Yes, it's forgiving the other person, but it's forgiving yourself for hanging on to it, It's forgiveness is for us. So that's wonderful. Dibaka, and yes, I've had such a breakthrough today. I've been better grasp of what Neville Goddard meant by states, and I could correlate the events of my life with the state that I was in. Fabulous. Sanya. Yay! Nice to see you, Sanya. Tommy, there's your question. I was diagnosed with anxiety disorder, and I noticed that in regards to Neville, my brain and the negative thoughts tried to distort manifestation techniques to put me in a place, for example. Okay. Neville talks about mental dialogues. With that, the negative thoughts try to fake lying and negative dialogue in my head to put me in a bad place of mind. Okay. Oh, you would like some relief from that? Okay, so Tommy, what I would do, a diagnosis is just a photograph in time. It doesn't mean it's permanent. It doesn't mean it's set. Okay. I was told I had a tumor, and I made a decision to go, well, I'm not going to have that. If my body can create it, my body can dissolve it. So I think it's really, Tommy, I would really look at practicing Ho'oponopono. You can't be practicing Ho'oponopono and have all that going on. You got to give your mind something else to do. Okay? And then once something else to do and you go to it as much as you can, then it starts to change the trajectory of how you feel. Okay? It's practice. It's just a skill. You've just practiced repetitive, habitual, negative thinking, and you've got extremely good at it. I had a PhD in that. You know? So you can change it. You're not stuck. Okay? So try that. How to take of this. Yeah, so if you can try that, that would be the best, I would say. Because it's easy and you're not trying to affirm something or imagine something, force it into being. You're just trying to change track and forgive the self. Now you know better, you can do better, you see. It's forgiving the self. Okay, Celsia, how to be with my SP in 3D when I manifested him and once focused on myself, he came back, hot and cold behavior, how to pursue self-love and SP in balance. Persistent self-love is just making a decision every day to do it. I'm not every day. I think 7 days is too of anything. There's got to be a balance. I would say 4 to 5 days a week, self-love meditation, your affirmations. I think start on around 250 affirmations. I am love. I am secure. I am good enough. I'm important. I matter. I'm worthy. And you might do 50 of each of those. Get good. All your problems are here. All the solutions are here too. But this is where all the stuff goes wrong. It's in here. So you must. All the manifesting techniques in the world are useless if you do not learn to discipline this and to be consistent and to set up. It's like a lot of people start things, but not a lot of people can. They look for the next bright, shiny object, the next bright, shiny object. The work is the mind. You must learn to harness it because it will find you things to do. And when it finds you things to do, it's usually things that are negative. Okay? So let me just look at a very important realization that I've had in my journey so far is to be able to observe my thoughts and feelings instead of identifying them. Yeah, but not just observing, I would say choosing other thoughts if you can. Make the effort, because sometimes we observe a lot of negative thoughts and just observing keeps us in that next state, you see. Yeah, wrong. PhD in negative thinking. You got Bushy, how to heal. Child and adult abuse by parents. Bad marriage of parents. My relationship never worked good with men. Also, somebody proposed me. I feeling. Bushy, it's nothing new. The how to heal is the inner child work. Okay? There's no shortcut. It's you have to go back and allow the child in you to release that. The past is still alive in us. It keeps recreating relationships that don't work, you see. But that's not, you're not stuck in it. You're not stuck that this will never change. You just have to do the correct work. You've got to do the inner child meditations. There's 3. You go to YouTube, put my name, put inner child meditation. And I would even put just inner child and listen to all the discussions about the inner child, okay? Because those are really important, but that's the work. We'll have inner child stuff, some really minor, some really severe, and I'm in between. But life has a way of doing stuff to us when we are little and we don't know how to handle it. And depending on what adults you had around at the time, it can be really difficult. So I think it's just do the inner child work, do the self-love work. The 2 halves of an art. The self-love, the meditations, the affirmations over here. And this, the inner child work. You can do all that for free. Okay? If you need help, obviously there's people that can help you with that, professionals. But you can do a lot of this work by yourself. But go into it and be consistent. Okay? Otherwise, the past just keeps getting recreated over and over. But you can release yourself from it. Dibaka, I now know that I am the awareness, consciousness that shines the light on thoughts and feelings and not the thoughts and feelings themselves. Okay. Sanya. I'm going to draw one for you. Tom. Ho'oponopono. Yeah. Have a look at, there's a Ho'oponopono playlist on my main channel, and then there is a Ho'oponopono meditation playlist on my meditation channel. On meditation channel, there's an 8-hour one, which is good when you can't sleep, and there's a 40 one in particular, a woman with really old hands. You can just see them folded in her lap. Okay, I would stick to those two. I think the two are the better ones. Okay. And then listen to the Ho'oponopono playlist on the main channel. Go videos. I'm reading out of a little Ho'oponopono book. There's one chapter and then there's a little exercise to do in each chapter. So I would work your way through that. You can do that for free and it's very helpful. Patti, how can you deal with indecisiveness, not being sure what to manifest, believing that you can do anything but being unsure what exactly to pursue? Well, you got to get clarity. And to get clarity, start with everything you don't like and you don't want. And then usually the opposite is what you do want. So I would try that, Katie. Write down what you think about, say, your job, your family, your health or body, your home, because we've all got the same categories around the world. And then you go, okay, all of these things I don't like or don't want, the opposite will reveal to me what I do want. Because that reaction of I don't want or I don't like or ugh, that's a good indicator of how to find, okay? Tommy, I celebrate the small wins that I notice this going on in me and I challenge them as soon as I do. They usually stop, but it gets exhausting. It's exhausting because you haven't done it for long. It will be exhausting. It was exhausting for me too in the beginning. But you'll get to the point just, you know, I remember getting up and it was, I am very, very loved. It used to just be an affirmation that would start if I went to the bathroom in the night. I'd wake up, go to the bathroom, and it would just start. I had done it so much. And I also periods where I do that with Ho'oponopono. I find the morning is one of the biggest danger zones mentally. And when you're first waking up and you forget about your life because you've been, and then you wake up and you remember something and you go, ugh. Do the Ho'oponopono in the morning, okay? Do the Ho'oponopono in the morning and do it before you get up for 15 minutes. It's such a great way. It's like you're brushing your teeth, but you're brushing it. You're cleaning out all the crap in there. Hi, Martina. Nice to see you. How are the munchkins? Hope you're well. Beverly. Hey, Agnes. Hello, Beverly. Yeah, there's lots of stuff to work on. This is such a great place to practice. Hang on, I just got to put on my electric blanket that's on my chair. It's cold here today. There's lots of things to practice in life, you know. Just this, we all get time to practice. Dibaka, I was wondering if you had any significant success with revision. Well, yeah, I think the ones I've had been revising what someone said and, you know, there was a breakup or there was an argument at work with a boss or a colleague. So revising those conversations has been a really good thing for revision. And I've used it for so many things over the years, many things, and it's been really good for money, like say someone hasn't paid you, revising that they have, things like that, instead of getting angry and annoyed. Addie's success story, and that made me want to revise diligently. Yeah. Have a list of Stacy as well. She did 200 revisions. That's another really good one. Okay, put in Stacy revision into after my name. Audra, I manifested my ex-back. I was thinking I ruined it because I was scared of getting hurt again. How do I manifest and make it work without ruining it again? You got to go back and clean up your fear of being hurt. It's going to work. You got to go back, Audra, to where all this is, as in, why does this come up? Because the still alive. What past is it? Is it the inner child past where you have a fear of being hurt because that was the people that raised you, or is it more recent, as in the relationships, you see? Have a look. I'm about to upload a spotlight meditation soon, a new one, but there's already 2 up there. I would start with that. Okay, look at the spotlight meditation, look at the inner child meditations. They're the important ones to clear all that old stuff that, you know, that comes up in relationships. And you can do that for free. Tommy, I'm so scared to use these techniques for positive things I want and need because there's an immediate distortion from the mind into negativity. In the morning, I'm so aware of this. Well, practice the Ho'oponopono, Tommy. Make it a lifestyle. Do it for hours a day. It will become your best friend. So, hello, I'm good. Nice to see your little name here. Tommy, when I wake up in the morning, I immediately challenge and dispel any untrue thoughts or mental dialogue that I did not say or think about. That might be why it's too hard work. I would probably try doing the Ho'oponopono because then you're just repeating 4 statements and it's gentle, it's repetitive, and you're not having to go, oh my God, there's that thought. Oh my God, there's that thought. Oh my God, there's that thought. That's a lot of work. So try that and see if it's any easier for you, Tommy. Dibaka, thank you so much, Agnes. It was very encouraging. I'll certainly take a look at Stacey's success story and interview. Yeah. And also put revision playlist name. There's a whole revision playlist, and on the meditation channel, there's a whole revision meditation playlist. So have a look at those because revision's a big topic. It really is. Yes, Tommy, a lifestyle. I remember when I was really in anguish mentally and I just was in total depression, heartbreak, not being able to eat and sleep. I just did Ho'oponopono for hours because that was about the most I could do to keep my focus. You know, I can't do anything that's too hard. I'm shattered. So yeah, make it easy for yourself. Make it easy for yourself, darling. Audra, my pleasure. That's it, Tommy. No wasting time. And you'll find Ho'oponopono, sometimes it'll bring things up. If it brings up hurt or pain or anger, if it's anger, scream into a pillow, go to the gym, go for a run, go to one of those rage rooms that you can go in and smash stuff, get the anger out. And if it's hurt, stay in bed, put your blanket up, cry, let the hurt out, let the pain, let the, whatever it is, let it out. It will be, honestly, this is one of the best things you can do for your health. Yes, Dibaka, take a look at the revision playlist and the meditations. I love your meditations. I'm glad, darling. I'm glad they help. Yes, Tommy, the live will be posted as soon as I log out. I think it just uploads on its own. Denisha, hello. You've been watching for about 2 to 3 weeks now, and I'm in progress to get my lover back. Slowly seeing results, and we are friends, but very lovey-dovey. Is this a good sign? Well, it depends what you want. It's you that has to feel it's a good sign. Is it a good sign? Keep going on. Yeah. But remember, you got to hold the state, okay? I know I say that till I'm blue in the face, but it really is. A lot of what you guys go through, if you could just put that into practice, you got to go from needing love to being love. That's the issue. You're so seeking external love proof. Give up your whole notion of getting reassurance for love. Then you set yourself free and you stop suffering. Okay, now I'm not saying you can do it all in one hit, but you get better at it. And then you feel better. You have more of a presence. You stop this running around looking for people to, do whatever for you. You get your foot off the back of everybody's neck. No one has to do anything to make you happy. You're self-sufficient. That is a wonderful thing that you give your loved ones, whether it's a specific person, a husband, a wife, a mother, a father, kids, whatever. You set yourself free and you set them free. Okay? So, Dibaka, I've had a SP success story of sorts yesterday. My friend is back in my life again and professed the fact that he was missing me. I was in a state of feeling love for him. Yes, but it's not about feeling love for him. It's being in a state of love. It doesn't for anyone. It's for you. And we have to make sure that that is first. So what you've got is great, but you got to hold on to, I'm doing the self-love for me so I can feel free and feel better. That overflows to someone else and then our relationship works. But make sure you don't slide it into second position, your self-love for you, because that's where things start to go wrong. Okay? Okay, in the past few weeks, I would send him love during meditations. Okay, that's good. I mean, that's good. But make sure you're in a state of love first. Okay, that's all I want to say. Just make sure that's you put the don't put the cart before the horse. Yes, okay, it was a state of love, Dibakar. Cool, all good. Oh, it is such a journey, isn't it, everybody? It really is. It's a lot of work and it just gets easier and easier. I can tell you when I started 30 years ago, it was hard because I was so ingrained in my old habits, so ingrained in get love from this person. How do I get this person to love me? How do I? You know? Yes, Martina, always keep your self love first. That's how I attracted my SP and we're still together. And you've had two beautiful girls. And you and I have known each other many, many years, and you did the work, and you did it slowly. You did not do the rabbit, you did the tortoise. You did the turtle, you went slow and slow and steady wins the race. Not saying things can't happen quick, but for people that lay a solid foundation and don't corners, you will get there faster because it's when you cut corners and you just try and get, you end up, it's like snakes and ladders. You slide right back down the snake and then you get up the ladder. Yes, wrong. This is Martina with the two views. Yes, correct. Sweet Martina. Martina I've known since nearly when I first started YouTube. She was single. She was living on her own with her cat. And she's now a mum of two beautiful girls. And she's with her lovely SP. And they're raising a family. And it's, this is the second generation of people that have done the work now. Now they are mothers and fathers of the children. So they're putting that in the kids. I mean, how beautiful is that? I was a crazy cat lady. Yeah, but Charlie was a beautiful cat. I remember when you used to talk to me, he used to come into the video. I remember him well, Martina. He is remembered. He is remembered. Well, everyone, I'm going to go and have my fresh juice and my nice hearty lentil soup. I've been fasting today and I can feel I'm starting to need to eat. So I'm going, now that I'm feeling, I had the flu in October and my cough has just stopped in the last few days. So I haven't done any lives for quite a long time, 2 months. And I was saying that I was going to do them regularly, at least once every week or 2 weeks. So now I can get back to that because I'm not coughing and I can sit outside because I had to heal my back and heal my cough. So, oh, wonderful. I'm glad yes, Brandon Bays is amazing. She's got a YouTube channel and she's got some wonderful processes on there. I used her book, The Journey, to heal myself of a tumor, to my lower back injury. Whoops. And what else did I have? I had COVID twice, both times for about 2 months. And I also, what else did I fix with it? There was something else. Oh, I had this like temporary paralysis where my fell and my arm, everything on one side just fell. And I was so full of resentment at that time. So, and I didn't know that resentment was causing this stuff in the body. So I was reading the book and I did what she said. And a lot of her processes are working on the emotional stuff and then it has a knock-on effect to the physical. Sanya, my sweet little chicken. SS, my pleasure. Katya, my pleasure. Wrong. Yeah, cats are great, aren't they? Yeah, cats are cool. They got presents. They're not. I love dogs too, but dogs can be more needy. Cats have got them. I don't need anybody. Not all of them, but a lot of them. Okay, everybody. I'll see you next week. I'm going to put that I hop on at the same time, same day next week. Okay, I'll announce it on the community tab, but in case you are very organized and you put things in your diary, I will be doing that and you can hop on if you want to just have a bit of a chat. Big hugs, everyone. And I hope that going into the last few weeks of this year, you're getting clear about what you want. You're getting clear about perhaps what you're going to start, but everybody starts in January and a lot of people finish and don't continue by February. Don't be one of those people. Make a commitment. Don't take on too much too quick, too fast. Make some changes. Think about it, but make it so it is small incremental changes over a long period, which is like the Kaizen Japanese philosophy, which I did a few videos on. But it's the people that do slow changes and consistent that seem to really be able to sustain them. Big hugs, everyone. Lots of love. And I'll see you next week at the same time.